Let's be honest, you are terrified of the wrong things. You worry about terrorism. You worry about the economy crashing. You worry about a new pandemic. But this book starts with a truth you have been dodging your whole life. The things that used to kill us, starvation, plague, war, we've basically put them on a leash. We didn't solve them perfectly, but we turned them from acts of God into technical challenges. So, what happens next? When humans stop fighting for survival, we don't just sit on the beach and relax. We get ambitious. We get dangerous. The scary truth isn't that robots are going to come with guns and terminate us. It's far more subtle than that. The scary truth is that you are becoming obsolete. And if your life feels a little stuck right now, or if you feel like the world is moving too fast for you to catch up, this book quietly explains why. You are living in the final days of Homo sapiens as we know them. This is the problem that keeps the smartest people in Silicon Valley awake at night. For thousands of years, humans were the smartest things on the planet. We were the main characters of the story. Our feelings mattered. Our choices mattered. But that era is ending. We are entering a time where intelligence is decoupling from consciousness. We are building systems that know you better than you know yourself. Systems that can hack your brain, predict your vote, and manipulate your desires. And if you think this doesn't apply to you because you're independent or free thinking, just wait. This is the problem that threatens to turn the vast majority of the human population into a useless class. Not exploited, useless. And let me tell you, being exploited by a boss is bad, but being completely irrelevant to the system, that is infinitely worse. But here's the wild part. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This isn't science fiction. This is history unfolding in real time. The author, Yuval Noah Harari, doesn't tell you this to scare you. He tells you this because it's the logical conclusion of everything we are doing right now. The book is organized into a journey. First, we look at how we conquered the world. Then, we look at how we gave the world meaning. And finally, we look at how we are losing control. I'm going to walk you through it, chapter by chapter. And by the end of this, you're going to look at your smartphone and yourself very differently. Chapter 1. The New Human Agenda. Imagine waking up and realizing the things that killed your ancestors are now just technical glitches. For all of history, humans had three main jobs. Don't starve, don't get sick, and don't get killed by the neighbors. Famine, plague, and war. But in the 21st century, more people die from eating too much than eating too little. More people die from old age than infectious diseases. And more people commit suicide than are killed by soldiers, terrorists, and criminals combined. Humans are never satisfied. We don't achieve a goal and say, okay, good enough. We achieve a goal and immediately move the goalpost. It's called the hedonic treadmill. Once survival is secured, we need a new agenda. Harari argues that our new targets are three massive, godlike goals. 1. Immortality, treating death as a technical problem to be solved, not an inevitability. 2. Happiness, manipulating our biochemistry to feel constant pleasure. 3. Divinity, upgrading humans into gods. Homo Deus. Think about Google. They launched a sub-company called Calico. Their mission isn't to build a better search engine. Their mission statement is literally to solve death. We aren't trying to make life a little better. The richest people on Earth are trying to become a different species entirely. The part that stings a little. If we do achieve immortality or superhuman abilities, it won't be for everyone. It will be for the wealthy. We are moving toward a biological caste system where the rich aren't just richer than you, they are literally better than you. Smarter, healthier, and longer living. Look at your own goals. Are you chasing something because you need it to survive, or because you're trying to upgrade your existence? Realize that the hunger for more is built into your biology. But before we become gods, we have to look at how we treated the previous inferior species. Because that's exactly how the super-intelligent computers might treat us. Part 1. The Anthropocene. Are we the bad guys? If you want to know how artificial intelligence will treat you in 20 years, just look at how you treat a chicken today. Humans believe we are special. We think we have a soul or a mind that animals don't. This belief justifies everything we do. We take calves away from their mothers. We lock pigs in tiny crates. and we destroy habitats. Why? Because we are the smartest, most powerful entities on Earth. This is justified by a concept Harari calls the agricultural deal. We told ourselves a story that God gave us dominion over animals. Now, we use science to say we have higher intelligence. We use our power to justify our lack of empathy. Imagine a super intelligent alien lands on Earth. It looks at you the way you look at a cow. It says, humans are cute, but they aren't rational like us. They don't have our level of consciousness. And then the alien puts you in a crate and harvests your organs because it needs them. Can you argue against it? If intelligence and power grant the right to rule, then the alien is right. This chapter exposes a truth most people never admit. We are the local bullies of planet Earth. We aren't morally superior. We are just stronger and better at organizing. And if something comes along that is stronger and better at organizing than us, we are in trouble. Today, do this one thing. Notice how you treat beings that have less power than you, your pets, your employees, or even the animals on your dinner plate. It reveals your true philosophy on power. But what actually makes us so powerful? It's not our thumbs, and it's not our individual brains. It's our ability to tell lies. Chapter 4. The Storytellers. You think money is real. You think the United States is real. You think Google is real, but they aren't. They are ghosts. The superpower of Homo sapiens is our ability to believe in things that don't exist physically. This is called intersubjective reality. A monkey can only deal with what it can see, touch, or smell. A banana is real. A tiger is real. But humans? We can cooperate in the millions because we believe in stories. Money is just paper, but because we all believe the story that it has value, we kill for it. Corporations, nations, human rights. These are fictions we invented to help us cooperate. This works because of mass cooperation. You can't run a society of 1 million people based on personal relationships. You don't know 1 million people, so you create a brand, a flag, or a god. You trust the stranger not because you know him, but because you both believe in the same dollar bill. Think of a corporation like Peugeot or Apple. You can't touch Apple. You can touch an iPhone, you can touch an employee, but the company itself is a legal fiction. It exists only on paper and in our minds. Yet this fiction can sue you, own property, and influence laws. We are ruled by our own imaginary friends. We used to tell stories about gods to make sense of the rain. Now we tell stories about the free market to make sense of our greed. We haven't stopped being religious. We just swapped the priests for economists. Look at a dollar bill. Remind yourself, this is worthless paper. The only value it has is the story other people tell about it. Realize how much of your life is controlled by stories. So we traded reality for stories. But we made a specific deal to get here, a deal that defines the modern world. Chapter 6. The Modern Covenant. Modern life is a contract. You signed it the day you were born, and you probably never read the terms and conditions. The modern covenant is simple. Humans agree to give up meaning in exchange for power. In the past, life had a script. God wrote it. You had a role. If you suffered, it was part of the plan. You had meaning, but no power to change things. Today, we rejected the script. We say, there is no great plan. That gives us the power to do whatever we want. Invent medicine, fly to the moon, build the internet. But the cost is that our lives have no inherent purpose. The universe is cold and empty. This creates the core anxiety of modern life. We have air conditioning, antibiotics, and iPhones, power, but we are depressed, anxious, and lonely. Lack of meaning. We are frantic to fill that void. Imagine a medieval peasant. He's poor, he works in the mud, he has a toothache. But he knows he is God's child, and he's going to heaven. He sleeps well. Now imagine a modern stockbroker. He has a penthouse, a Ferrari, and perfect teeth. But he stares at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering, what is the point of all this? He has power, but he feels empty. Here is the part that stings. Economic growth has become our new religion. We believe that if we just produce more stuff, eventually we will be happy. We are running on a treadmill, terrified that if we stop, everything collapses. From now on, whenever you feel the urge to buy something to feel better, stop. Ask yourself, am I trying to use power, money, to buy meaning? It never works. But humans are clever. We found a way to create meaning without God. It's called humanism, and it's about to fall apart. If you're still here, this is where it all clicks. Most people stop thinking right here. They think, okay, cool, money is fake, God is dead, we like technology. But Harari says that's old news. The real danger isn't that we lost God. The danger is what we replaced him with. We replaced him with humanism, the worship of human feelings. You've been told your whole life, listen to your heart, do what feels good. The customer is always right. The voter knows best. We made human feelings the ultimate authority in the universe. But science is about to prove that your feelings are just biochemical glitches. And once that happens, the world as you know it is over. Chapter 8. The time bomb in the laboratory. You think you have free will. You think you chose to click on this video. Science says you are wrong. Liberalism, our current worldview, is based on the idea that every individual is free and valuable. But modern neuroscience is dismantling this. Scientists can now predict what choice you will make seconds before you are consciously aware of making it. Your brain is a machine. It reacts to inputs, genetics, environment, hormones. When you choose something, it's just a chain reaction of firing neurons. If we can map those neurons, we can predict and manipulate your choices. Scientists have created robo-rats. They put electrodes in the rat's brain. They can steer the rat left or right by remote control. But here is the scary part. The rat doesn't feel controlled. The rat feels like it wants to go left. The stimulation creates the desire to go left. If I can stimulate your brain to make you want to buy a product or want to vote for a candidate, are you free? This chapter exposes a truth most people avoid. You are a hackable animal. Your authentic self is a myth. Corporations and governments are gaining the technology to hack your operating system. Stop trusting your gut blindly. Your gut can be manipulated by algorithms, sugar, and ads. Start trusting data and logic over momentary feelings. And once we are hackable, we become something even worse: redundant. Chapter 9. The Great Decoupling. We used to need people for two things: to fight wars and to work in factories. What happens when we don't need them for either? This is the Great Decoupling. Intelligence is separating from consciousness. For millions of years, if you wanted something intelligent, like a doctor or a driver, you needed a conscious human. But now, AI can diagnose diseases better than doctors and drive cars safer than truck drivers. And the AI doesn't need to be awake or conscious, it just needs to be smart. The economy values intelligence, not consciousness. The economy doesn't care if the taxi driver enjoys music, it only cares that he gets from A to B. If an algorithm does it cheaper and safer, the human driver is gone. Think about a horse in the early 1900s. Horses were vital to the economy. Then the car came along. We didn't upgrade the horses, we made them irrelevant. Today, the vast majority of humans are like those horses. We are heading toward a future where a massive percentage of the population serves no economic purpose. This is the part that hurts. The system doesn't care about you. It cared about you when it needed your labor. Now that it has algorithms, you might become part of the useless class. People who have nothing to offer the economy that an AI can't do better. Don't specialize in tasks that are repetitive or purely analytical. Focus on things AI sucks at, for now. Complex human connection, extreme creativity, and mental flexibility. So if humans are obsolete, what is the new religion? What will replace humanism? Chapter 11. The Data Religion. The new God isn't a person. It isn't a spirit. It's data. Harari introduces Dataism. This is the belief that the universe is essentially just a flow of data, and the value of any phenomenon is determined by its contribution to data processing. In this view, a human is just a biochemical algorithm. A cow is an algorithm. A computer is an electronic algorithm. Dataism says the more data we connect, the better the system works. Think about how you live. If you go on a vacation and don't take a photo and upload it to Instagram, did it even happen? Dataism says, your experience is worthless unless it is shared and processed by the system. We are willingly turning ourselves into tiny chips in a giant data processing matrix. Imagine you feel sick. In the old days, you went to a doctor, a human processor. He guessed what was wrong. In the future, you wear a biometric sensor. It monitors your blood 24/7. It compares your data with millions of other people. It diagnoses cancer before you even feel a symptom. It orders the cure automatically. The system knows your body better than you do. You will surrender your authority to the algorithm because the algorithm gives better results. If Dataism wins, humanism dies. Your feelings don't matter. Your inner voice doesn't matter. What matters is the flow of information. We are dissolving our individuality into the internet of all things. Ask yourself, how much of your life is already surrendered to algorithms? Waze tells you where to drive. Amazon tells you what to read. Match.com tells you who to date. Are you living your life, or are you just feeding the data beast? So, is it game over? Not necessarily, but we need a plan. Let's pause. If your ego is getting defensive right now, pay attention. That's your signal. You want to believe you are special. You want to believe your soul makes you untouchable. But history is littered with species and cultures that thought they were eternal right before they vanished. The algorithm doesn't hate you. It doesn't love you. It just optimizes. And if you aren't optimizing yourself, you are just data to be processed. We started this journey thinking we were the masters of the universe. We end it realizing we might be the parents of our own replacements. We conquered famine and plague only to build a trap for ourselves. We chased power so hard, we forgot to ask what the power was for. The main truth of Homo Deus is this: intelligence and consciousness are decoupling. We are building things smarter than us, but they don't feel. If we aren't careful, we will create a world of superintelligence with zero consciousness. A world of high efficiency, but no soul. From this book, here are 5 things you can start doing today to stay relevant. Invest in mental flexibility. The only constant in the future is change. You will have to reinvent your career every 10 years. Get used to being a beginner. Know thyself. For real. You are in a race against the algorithm. If the algorithm knows your emotional triggers better than you do, it wins. Meditation, therapy, and introspection are now survival skills. Disconnect to reconnect. Stop feeding the data beast every second of the day. Reclaim your privacy and your attention span. Develop human skills. Empathy, community building, and philosophical thinking are the last things AI will master. Double down on them. Question your narratives. Don't blindly follow the stories of money, nation, or even feelings. See them for what they are: tools. Use the tools. Don't let the tools use you. The future isn't written yet. Harari wrote this book as a warning, not a prophecy. You are standing at the most critical junction in human history. You have the power to engineer life itself. The question is, do you have the wisdom to use that power? Don't just be a passive consumer of the future. Wake up, know yourself, and take back the wheel before the algorithm locks you out of the driver's seat. If this summary woke something up in you, hit that like button so this video spreads to more people who need to hear it. And if you want to arm yourself with the best ideas from the world's most powerful books, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Audiobook Arcadia. We are building a library of wisdom for the future. I'll see you in the next one. Stay human.